Health Awareness Week just ended, and the pandemic is really taking a toll on everyone's mental health in some way. I mean, how are you guys doing? How are you doing, Sarah? How are you holding up with all of this?
Well, this is a tough one for me. I battle anxiety and at times depression, and the year of 2020 has been a perfect storm for all of it to flare up. I think in the beginning of the pandemic, there was a bit of an excitement, not a positive one, but an energy to how to navigate this new time. How do you get your groceries? How do you work from home? Will the kids go to school? Will they not? But there was this united, we're in this together. And I think as time's passed, there's been a bit of a malaise that's settled in. And as we head into the winter and the numbers are spiking again, there's a feeling of, will it ever be normal again? Is there hope to be had? When will this all come back? What are we fighting for? You know, and I think it's really raised some important conversations in our household and with my inner circles about what does self-care look like? How do we stay connected in such a disconnected time? How do we continue to celebrate life and the uplifting moments when it feels we're living the hardest parts of life without any of that uptick? So we're hanging in, but we're making sure to have these conversations.
Right. And how are you feeling about all of this going on, Joy? Are you optimistic? What's happening?
Well, first I want to say that for those people who are out of work, who have no money, who have, health issues, who are those poor children around the country who are hungry, for those families, they need a stimulus package. Those people need money, okay? That's number one. If you are not in that situation like the rest of us, we are lucky to be working. We are lucky to be healthy. We are lucky when we have our families near us. Then you're suffering from a COVID depression, yes. And this is like a little bit shrinky, but what I think about when I think about depression is that the opposite of depression is creativity and community. Those two factors will alleviate depression. And the way that we can have community now is through Zoom, if you're lucky enough to have a computer. You should be contacting your friends and talking to them on a regular basis. And if you can paint, if you can draw, if you can write, if you can take pictures of your yard, anything to keep the creativity juices going, you will feel much better. Right. That is my answer to that.
Okay, what about you, son?
Well, I agree with Joy. I feel that it's a blessing. I have my family close. Everyone is safe. Everyone is healthy. We're able to work from home. And I know that that is a very fortunate situation because there are so many other people that just don't have that. And there are so many people that have lost loved ones, lost employment, and are feeling really terrible and not only depressed, but feeling desperate. I'm just hopeful that with this election, and hopefully with perhaps a new administration, we can get past this and gain more community. But I'm really worried about people and depression, and I'm worried about just the soul of our country and this virus and the fact that I think it's going to be surging, and I think more people are going to die, and it's something that keeps me up at night.
Right. Everyone seems to have found different ways to cope with all of this. What have you been doing, Cindy, just to keep it together?
Well, I'm like everybody else. I went up and down with various things. I was, had a pity party for quite a while about losing John, and then watched too much Lifetime TV, too much news, and then found the Quarantine 15 happily settled onto my thighs. So I've done all of it, and what I say to people is, which is most important, everyone does this differently, but we need to look out for each other and make sure we stay in communication with our friends, our family, as best we can, because that's really how we're going to survive this.
Yeah. Well, for me, all I can do is keep going forward. I'm not going to let them get me down. I'm just not going to do it. Yeah. I'm not going to do it. I know there's a lot of work we have to do. Whoever gets in, we still have to go out and make sure that we fight for our personal rights as women. We have to go out and make sure our LGBTQ people have what they need, and we're there to support them. We have to make sure that other rights don't start disappearing, abortion rights. voting rights, all of these things that have been whittled away, we still have to make sure that they don't disappear. So the fight is going to go through. We just have to take a step back and go, okay, I know you thought I was going to fall down, but I didn't. And we hold each other up and we move forward. That's where I'm at with all of this. I'm not gonna give it to them. They want it too badly. They want you to feel bad. They want you to feel bad. They want you to be depressed. They want you not to care. They want you not to get up and go vote. They want you down. Don't give it to them.